So pretty much there's a new situation going on with the whole HoYoverse voice actor situation, or the Genshin voice actor situation, whatever you want to call it, the strike drama pretty much, which technically isn't a strike at all. Now obviously, you know, I've talked about this quite a bit and I've covered so many videos on this, and well, it seems to keep evolving further and further and further, and this time it involves a company or whatever called Very Berry Studios, who do a lot of casting stuff and work with a lot of voice actors. Now what they say is, heads up voice actors, someone is impersonating Very Berry Studios and sending fake emails urging people not to join SAG-AFTRA and contact HoYoverse. This is not us. Please report that email as spam and don't engage with it. We're not affiliated with SAG-AFTRA or HoYoverse. We're a remote indie team that supports non-union talent and will not work on union projects. Our team has been dealing with spam, phishing emails lately, and now it's escalated to impersonation. If you get an email and aren't sure it's from us, check for context and our message at the bottom, which they add some of their email addresses and everything like that at the bottom. They say, on a happier note, happy Easter to those who celebrate and everything like that. So it seems like this casting company is getting kind of targeted here. Now obviously, as they say, you know, they don't work on any union projects at all, and they are a non-union kind of, you know, talent, you know, agency or whatever you want to call them, you know. And obviously it seems like they have been getting harassed and attacked by these people, because it's not just the fact that they're impersonating them and it's someone using it to like get a gain and to kind of, you know, deceive someone else just by using their company's likeness. It's actually them targeting this studio in particular because, as you know, they said their team's been dealing with spam and phishing emails lately, which means that this is something that's been directed, you know, directly towards them. Now, what exactly is this email? Now, this is something posted by Colin and Ashworth VA. And they, post the email that they got. Said, please join SAG-AFTRA, protect the Genshin Impact VAs. Attention voice actors/actors, we need you to join the union. We need to protect the union's VA that includes Karina Boga, Zach Aguilar, and also Sarah Mella-Cruz. What are the benefits in joining SAG-AFTRA? SAG-AFTRA members gain access to thousands of discounts at national chains and local businesses that can help further their careers in countless ways. What joining SAG-AFTRA does for you? SAG-AFTRA members are entitled to a variety of benefits, including contract/collective bargaining, eligibility for SAG-AFTRA health plan, SAG-AFTRA producers pension plan, and the AFTRA retirement fund, the iActor online casting database. Please email HoYoverse, Genshin_CS at HoYoverse to be considered for their cast lineups, and you may become a voice actor on high-demand projects such as Genshin Impact, Zone Zero, and also many Crunchyroll projects. I don't know why they include that one there, so obviously you can tell that this email is already pretty fake. Now, yeah, I don't know how they've impersonated them. Yeah, this person called Phoebe, I was reading this like, why did they rope Crunchyroll into it? So yeah, Phoebe is involved with Very Berry Studios. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're the founder of it. So they're pretty much pretending to be her, which again is kind of crazy. And yeah, it's weird, this email in general, because I don't know why they brought HoYoverse into this, why they brought SAG-AFTRA. It doesn't make a lot of sense, because obviously SAG-AFTRA and HoYoverse aren't like directly correlated, you know, they aren't together as like one company or anything like that. No, they're two separate companies, and SAG-AFTRA obviously, you know, is the one asking for strikes from HoYoverse. So it wouldn't make sense to contact HoYoverse to join SAG-AFTRRA. I don't know why they've said that, and I don't know why they've asked them to directly go to HoYoverse themselves to ask for a job. That's pretty much like me going to like customer support and be like, hey, can I voice in the game, please? Thanks. Like, you know, I think that's like pretty much the same thing. And yeah, as they also mentioned in the replies, why did they even bring Crunchyroll into this? HoYoverse does not own Crunchyroll. HoYoverse has nothing to do with Crunchyroll. But I think what the main point is why they've put Crunchyroll in there is because it's eye-catching. It's because a lot of voice actors will be like, oh, Crunchyroll, oh, this could be my like big break kind of thing. And, you know, they would take that because they would see Crunchyroll, you know, they'd think of some of the big animes that are out at the moment and think, oh, I could be one of those. And, you know, that is one way that they get you to, you know, email these people. And I don't know what the actual plan is in general, you know. I don't know what the end game is for them in terms of getting them to email HoYoverse and getting them to believe this, because it's not like there's any link there. I don't know if there is a link at the very bottom there, below the if you are interested in working with us bit. But they also say, you know, like they say email HoYoverse. So again, I don't know what they're getting out of this or if it's something to do with HoYoverse at all. Now obviously Colin also says the funniest part is that I'm Canadian, so I don't think I'm even SAG eligible right now. So meaning that, you know, SAG-AFTRA is a company that operates only in the US at the moment, I think. And obviously, you know, that's why a lot of other companies, for example, like Wuthering Waves And also, I think Genshin Impact has actually been doing recently hires a lot of British voice actors because there's no such thing as SAG-AFTRA and stuff like that, all the strikes. You know, people can do it in solidarity, but, you know, it's not like a legal requirement or anything like that, meaning that, yeah, people have gone over there because it's much easier to deal with them, meaning that, yeah, they can't even join SAG because it's not possible, you know? It's not, you know, a thing that can even happen in the first place. But it is very weird how this one kind of agency has been targeted in general. I'm pretty sure this is just like a case of they found some kind of talent agency or whatever, or a casting recording thing, and they wanted them to, you know, they just wanted some kind of way to like access these people. And I think a lot of the phishing stuff that they're talking about, maybe their first plan was to try and get a hold of their actual official account to make it seem even more legitimate, but ended up giving up, you know, obviously due to them resisting it quite a bit. And, you know, I've just ended up impersonating them instead, which is also a pretty effective means. But it is pretty crazy that, you know, this company is being, you know, dragged into this, especially whenever it seems like they don't have much to do with HoYoverse themselves or anything like that. You know, as they said, they work on non-union projects only. So it's going to be very interesting to see if anything else happens with that in the future. I don't think there is going to be anything, you know, too big, but, you know, if you're a voice actor and you've been getting these emails, don't pay attention to them because, again, they're obviously fake. But I'm just wondering what they get out of this. And obviously, you know, Karina has been back at it again. I mean, you know, this is something that I could just probably cover daily if I really wanted to, but I'd end up sounding like a broken record if I did. So many reposts going on saying, again, is like weird, all these weirdos that say, oh, someone made a video about shitting on the union and striking the voice actors and highlighted me and Martin in it. That's why I've been getting weirdos with new accounts randomly being shitty to me. Cool. Again, it's wild to me that these weirdos will go out their way to start targeted harassment campaigns and still act like they're the real victims. Okay. Bear in mind, this was reposted by Karina. Are we not remembering what happened with Jacob Takanashi and, you know, the whole state of, you know, people going after them and people attacking them for, you know, something? And now we're complaining about, you know, you guys being attacked. So you guys being attacked is completely different to this guy being attacked because, oh, you're in a union or something like that. Is that seriously the big difference? Like, I don't get the kind of mentality of these people, you know, oh, it's okay if it's for this person, but if it's for me, oh, no, I don't like that. No, that's horrible. Why did they ever do that? Obviously, even more being reposted. They say, I do wonder why union workers work on non-union jobs and then try to make it union when they weren't supposed to work there in the first place. Genuinely asking. Martin gave a thoughtful reply, but I'm going to also add one because you're asking a fair question, but I'm missing some info. FICOR is essentially the intermediary group of a union and non-use status. These actors are technically allowed to work non-union jobs, so the ones usually leading the charge to flip, which again, it seems like a lot of these people are going into a lot of these non-union projects and trying to flip it to union, which just doesn't seem very right to me. I feel like you shouldn't really be doing that. Obviously, there's even more like Carl here with his SAG-AFTRA profile picture, which I think is very funny. This guy's been coming out quite a bit as well. Rick, I haven't really seen much from them, but they've been responding to little. I don't know how to say their username, okay? I had some people roasting me in the last video because I didn't say it right, and obviously I haven't seen a Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something like that. They'll say, I will say in my entire time on the internet, I've never received as many death threats as I have in the last few weeks. Sorry to disappoint you, but I won't be dying. Consider that a life threat. They say, so today I uninstalled Genshin, finally got fed up with Hoyo dragging their feet, not doing a damn thing to help their cast. Their latest batch of, due to scheduling conflicts of JP trailers on their EN account was the last straw. Then I got an extra 100 gigabytes on my SSD and a slew of hate from a VTuber. Now, obviously, they're talking about Hirohei there. Hirohei actually covered this guy quite a bit. And yeah, this guy's deleting Genshin Impact because they didn't have the voice actors in them, which is kind of ironic because the main reason why, you know, they had to use the JP trailer and the live stream and everything like that is due to the actual strikes that are going on at the moment. You know, it's due to the voice actors refusing to work, and you're the one complaining about it, even though you're supporting these voice actors. It's kind of weird because, again, you know, all you need to do, all these voice actors need to do is go back to work, and hey, the JP trailer will be gone. But for some reason, you know, a lot of these people be like, oh, I uninstalled Genshin because there's no EN voice acting. Well, you know, whose fault is that? Let's just think about that for a second. Yeah, there's a fact being in a union is cool as hell. You know, there's tons and tons of posts, and as I pointed out the other day, Karina seems to be on a little bit of a tirade of of reposting literally everything on the internet. It's kind of crazy, you know? This is all within like 9 hours, 15 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours, you know? All of this. You know, I don't think any sane person does this. I mean, you know, I spend quite a lot of time on Twitter, but not that much. Jesus Christ. Obviously, yeah. So there's, yeah, this whole situation with Very Bow Studios. Obviously, more people crashing out on Blue Sky. I definitely will find some more threads on Blue Sky to pinpoint and look at tomorrow. So if you guys want to see that, then definitely come over. Or if there's even more news, then I'll keep you updated on that as well. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that, you know, this is something to do with the voice actors and stuff like that, making these emails and maybe targeting the studio? Or do you think it's going to be something completely different? And maybe it's just a group of people that have randomly attacked this studio in general. But hey, we'll have to wait and see what kind of happens. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe because I do enjoy this video. And it's good to give them some use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there, so I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all.